Now the next topic is arithmetic progression, that is AP sequence. When the difference between consecutive terms is a non-zero constant, such a sequence is called arithmetic progression, that is AP sequence. If the difference between consecutive terms is a constant, then it is called AP sequence. Or in other words, we can define a sequence f of natural number to real number such that f of n is equal to an plus b for all n belongs to n, a comma b belongs to real number, and a is not equal to 0 is called arithmetic progression, that is NAP is a linear function of n for all n belongs to natural number. So arithmetic progression is also denoted as AP in short form. If the difference between consecutive term is constant, that is denoted by D, is come out to be constant, then the given sequence is called AP sequence. Now we are going to state and prove the theorem 1, which is based on AP sequence, that is difference between two successive terms in an AP is non-zero constant. Now the proof is, let f of n is equal to an plus b is an AP such that a comma b belongs to real number and a is not equal to 0 by definition of AP. Now for any k, we take the difference of two successive terms f of k plus 1 minus f of k. So we get a of k plus 1 plus b, that is f of k minus, that is f of k plus 1 minus f of k, that is ak plus b. So on opening the bracket we get ak plus a plus b minus ak minus b. That is we get only a. That is a non-zero constant. So difference of two successive terms of an AP is a non-zero constant. And if we take converse of above theorem is also true. That is, suppose the first term of a sequence f of n is a and difference between consecutive term is noted by d, that is d is f of k plus 1 minus f of k, and d is not equal to 0 and k belongs to n, then sequence is an AP sequence. So in general, if we conclude the nth term of an AP as f of n is equal to a plus n minus 1d, that is a general term of AP sequence, that is a Tn term of AP sequence. We will prove this result by using mathematical principle of mathematical induction, and this will do in theorem 2. So this is a general term of an AP sequence where A is the first term and D is the difference between two consecutive terms, that is constant of an AP. Then the nth term of an AP is A plus n minus 1D. Now we are going to state and prove theorem 2. If the first term of a sequence Fn is A, and if difference of two successive terms is D and D is not equal to 0, then f of n is equal to a plus n minus 1d for all n belong to n, and so it is an AP. Now we have to prove this denotes the nth term of an AP sequence. So we will prove this theorem by using principle of mathematical induction. So for this, let first of all Pn, where f of n is equal to a plus n minus 1d for all n belongs to n. Now first step, for n is equal to 1, f of 1 is equal to a, that is the first term of the sequence that is given. Therefore result is true n is equal to 1. Now we will assume for n is equal to k, result is true. That is p of k a plus k minus 1d for all k belong to n hold. That is true. Now we have to prove the third part for n is equal to k plus 1, we have to prove the result. P of k plus 1 is true. Now for this, that is f of k plus 1 minus fk is equal to d, that is difference of two consecutive terms of an AP. That is, we get f of k plus 1 is equal to f of k plus d. F of k is true, that is a plus k minus 1d from the previous term. So we get a plus kd. And also from the given formula we have f of k plus 1 is a plus n minus 1, that is k plus 1 minus 1d. That gives a plus kd. Therefore, as we get from the difference of these two is same result as f of k plus 1 by putting in the formula. Therefore, pk implies pk plus 1 is true, as pk is used here, a plus k minus 1d is used here. Therefore, by principle of mathematical induction, Pn is true for all n belongs to n. Thus, we conclude from above two theorems that if a is the first term and d is the common difference of an AP, then AP can be written as a is the first term, as d is the difference, a plus d is the next term, a plus 2d is the next term, a plus 3d is the next term, and so on. So this will become our AP. Thus, for formula of nth term of an AP is f of n is equal to a plus n minus 1d, or we can write Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d, where a is the first term and d is a non-zero constant, that is common difference. So, Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 is a general term of an AP. And also, if we have A, B, C are consecutive terms of an AP, then as we know, difference between two consecutive terms, say D1 is B minus A, and difference between next two consecutive terms, say D2 is C minus B. These both differences are same. Therefore, D1 is equal to D2 gives B minus A is equal to C minus B. That is, 2 times of B is equal to A plus C. That is, or we can say B is equal to A plus C over 2. So if three terms are in consecutive form, that is in consecutive order, then middle term is the double of middle term is the sum of terms at the corner. So middle term is the average of first and last term, we can say. This is all about AP sequence, that is arithmetic progression.